Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Morehead City where the mayoral race is going to be under a hearing called for by the Board of Elections. Now Mayor Jerry Jones filed an election protest during the county's canvass meeting on November 7th. Candidate Les Stiles maintained that his one-vote lead over Jones, 762 votes to 761 votes, after a recount was held Friday. Now, board members voted unanimously in a meeting this morning to move forward with an evidentiary hearing for the protest, citing probable cause. The board says they see probable cause to hold a hearing based on election violations. Members also said they would like to hear from those who were turned away from voting, as Jones described in his protest. Jones says he filed the protest after voters contacted him on the day of voting and afterwards. Jones has been the mayor of Morehead City since 1999. The board will meet for the hearing on November 24th at 10 a.m. at the Carteret County Courthouse. And now we want to turn our attention to the Caribbean, where U.S. military buildup has been happening over the past several weeks, and the USS Gerald Ford is present in the Caribbean, possibly putting pressure on drug organizations. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez has more.
This morning, the USS Gerald Ford, the nation's largest and most advanced aircraft carrier, has arrived in the Caribbean. The Trump administration also announcing it blew up another alleged drug trafficking boat, this time killing 3 people in the Eastern Pacific. It's the 21st strike so far, resulting in at least 83 deaths. The Pentagon providing no evidence drugs were on board, but President Trump argues the airstrikes in international waters, both in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific, are working.
We made a lot of progress with Venezuela in terms of stopping drugs from pouring in.
The show of force intensifying, with the U.S. military starting new training exercises in Trinidad and Tobago over the weekend. The massive buildup of thousands of American troops and nearly a dozen Navy ships in the region is raising questions about whether President Trump will try to oust Venezuela's authoritarian leader, Nicolas Maduro, from power. Overnight, the U.S. naming a Venezuelan cartel, which it claims Maduro leads, a foreign terrorist organization. The president asked if that allows him to target Maduro's assets.
It allows us to do that, but we haven't said we're going to do that. We may be having some discussions with Maduro.
Maduro has rejected the Trump administration labeling him a narco-terrorist and has been preparing his country for a possible American invasion, this weekend calling for peace.
Peace, peace, peace.
And even breaking into song. While at the White House, the defense secretary and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff met with President Trump Friday, briefing him on options for potential military action against Venezuela. 2 sources familiar with the meeting tell NBC News. The president asked whether he's already decided his next move.
I sort of have made up my mind, yeah. I mean, I can't tell you what it would be.
And again, that was NBC's Gabe Gutierrez reporting. We now turn to your weather forecast, and today is going to be another dry day across eastern North Carolina. Let's start out with what we're going to be seeing over the next several days across the southeastern United States. We've got our eyes on, well, high pressures over us right now, but we're watching for a rain opportunity coming in late tomorrow night into early Wednesday morning. It's not looking like we're going to be seeing widespread showers, but we at least have an opportunity to try to squeeze some drops out of the atmosphere as we head into your Wednesday. Here's how that system is going to be playing out. Again, the bulk of the moisture is going to be staying up to our north across parts of Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, and Northern Virginia, but some of those drops will try to extend far enough south to get us a little bit of some rain again as we head into your Wednesday morning. After that, though, everything turns dry again. We'll have another weak system rolling into eastern North Carolina later on in the week, possibly Friday into Saturday. But this is what we're seeing as far as the drought goes. Everyone in need of water except for coastal Pamlico County and down east Carteret County. Those are kind of the lone spots on the map that right now are are good as far as moisture content goes in the soil. As far as temperatures are concerned, most of us right now are sitting right around our seasonal average. Normally we end up in the low to mid 60s for your afternoon highs. We are on our way there coming up this afternoon, despite a northwesterly breeze blowing in at around 10 to 15 miles an hour sustained. Now, these winds, coupled with the drought, and then just the dry air itself, is why today is a first alert weather day. We've got, again, our eyes on that high fire danger across eastern North Carolina. Yesterday, we even had a red flag warning. Today, not quite the same sort of conditions that we had yesterday, but still, we want to make sure people avoid doing any burning. Now, later on tonight, we are anticipating air temperatures will be dropping down into the mid to low 30s. Could end up freezing for some inland areas, 33 degrees as we wake up for your Tuesday morning. But then again, the rain showers rolling in late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning is exactly what the doctor ordered. We need more of those drops. Unfortunately, the drops we're going to see will be very sparse, and I don't think all of eastern North Carolina will see them, but a few of us will. And we'll take what we can get at this point. We'll have another week round of rain rolling in late Friday night into Saturday morning. For now, air temperatures again are going to be staying fairly mild and comfortable at or above our seasonal average for this week. In fact, getting back into the low to mid 70s by Wednesday and Thursday, upper 70s by Friday. But the roller coaster of temperatures really isn't the main concern. It's really how much rain can we get out of kind of the two rain events that we are seeing for this week, Tuesday night and again Friday night. Right now, it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing widespread showers, but my fingers are crossed we will. We need the rain. Hopefully we can get some more out of the atmosphere, but when the air is, again, as dry as it is, even if a cold front rolls through, it's going to struggle to get any sort of moisture to fall out of the sky. Well, that's all we have time for today's 11 a.m. News and Weather Update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Monday.